do not accept challenges. People may try to compete with me, but I do not compete with others. So when it comes to the martial arts, I don't accept challenges. I only spar against people who will look out for my well-being, and in return, I will also look out for their well-being. I see sparring as a way to better yourself so you can protect yourself. I see it pointless to train how to fight and protect yourself, but then put yourself in further danger through that training. So I see fitness as a way of healthy competition. Somebody could have an ego and think that he could beat somebody up. Whatever, no matter what, people always have that strong ego and thinking that they're better than somebody else in something. But as far as fitness is concerned, it's an immediate gauge on a person's level of achievement. So if people wish to challenge me on fitness, then they can do so and see where they're at compared, to whatever level that I have achieved. And I may not be competing with them. I'm just performing an exercise, and they may be trying to outbeat my performance, which I see is fine because it's a healthy way. So say I could do 30 pull-ups and somebody else can do 50 pull-ups. That's impressive. And that's something where they've demonstrated their strength in that area, that muscle group, or that exercise. And that is a good job. They train hard. There's no reason to be upset or jealous or envious or have hatred because they've gotten good at something. And I would congratulate the person for training so hard to be able to do 50 pull-ups. But as you see, there's so many other exercises, not just pull-ups, that could be performed. Like I'm still amazed by people who could do full plank push-ups. This has nothing to do with fighting techniques, but it's amazing. I think there's less people that could do full plank push-ups than there are people who know how to fight. And it inspires me when I see people who could take their fitness to another level. And I don't get jealous and envious and have hatred. But I see it as if people do want to use that way to, if people do wish to compete and they can't let go of that feeling of competing, that is at least a healthier way to compete. See who could do more push-ups. See who could do more sit-ups. See who could hold the iron cross for longer. And that's basically what gymnastics is. Just demonstrating fitness and seeing who is the strongest, most flexible, most graceful at what they do. And their demonstration of strength is very impressive. And the great thing about it is that nobody has to be hurt. You don't have to beat somebody up to demonstrate what you could do. But as far as technique is concerned, there's so much ego involved and so much competition that people feel that they gotta hurt somebody in order to show that they're good at something. And I do not agree to that. So I do not accept challenges. Now, if somebody attacks me without my permission and he places my life in danger, that's a different story. I don't see that as a challenge. I see that as an act of violence, or I see it as a dangerous encounter that I must survive. Like, say, if I'm being attacked by a lion, that's not a challenge. I gotta find a way to survive. And I'll do whatever I have to do to survive based on my training. Hopefully that will not happen. But if it does, then I should be prepared. And that's the whole point of training for me. I don't train to challenge people. And if people try to challenge me, I don't accept the challenge. But if they place my life in danger, then I'll do what I have to do to survive. And then I have the law on my side. So, if need be, I may have to take, if need be, the person's life, it may end. Because you must do what you have to do to survive. And in law enforcement, that's the mentality. When people put your life in danger, you may end up having to take their life in order to protect yourself or those around you, or the other people that you're protecting. So I don't see that it's not as a challenge. This is just surviving dangerous situations. And to me, it's a different thing. Now, as far as spiritual training is concerned, if people want to challenge me about their understanding of the martial arts, I don't have issues with that, because it's just an intellectual debate. Nobody will get hurt. Maybe their ego may be hurt, but physically they will not be hurt. So that is something I don't mind. Writing in response or speaking in response to somebody who is challenging you intellectually or challenging your understanding of the martial arts. And that's basically what intellectual debates are. So that's another form of competition that can be healthy. But ultimately, the highest state is no competition. And if you must compete, I see healthy competition is much better than unhealthy competition.